What's good? What's going on? It's Kevin Robinson with Kevin Hates Hip Hop, the brand. Fresh out the gym, but I had something on my mind. I definitely wanted to talk to you about. You know what I'm saying? Do me a favor, hit the like button. That helps with the algorithm of my YouTube channel. I'm trying to build this thing slowly but surely. But you liking the photo, liking this video will help out with the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So please do that. Also hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button. It'll let you know every time I got a brand new video coming out. You know what I mean? So I wanted to talk about the difference between wealth versus income. Wealth versus income. So, and I'm gonna give you 6 different ways that you can acquire wealth. Things that can make you grow 6 figures annually a year, all right? And all these things can help you grow wealth. You can do them part-time. You can do this with a job, you know what I mean? So look, all right, so wealth versus income, why is this important? Because we're in an age where the US dollar is starting to depreciate. Inflation is causing the US dollar to depreciate by 3% every 2 years, all right? So you see cryptocurrency is becoming a pretty big thing. El Salvador is starting to take the Bitcoin. It sounds like somebody grandpa. But El Salvador is one of the countries that's starting to adopt Bitcoin as a currency they're gonna use. So I would suggest that it's important that everybody start to diversify from using USD. Wealth, and we're in an age now where I know for the generation before me, which was Gen X, I'm 36. So my parents had me at 20. They were in an age where they grew up in the 80s where they could have bought a house by having a regular job that made them, less than $40,000, $50,000 a year, and they could have bought a house. But now we're not in that age anymore. You got to have more than one source of income. And it's important to, you know what I mean? So wealth versus income, what is it? Wealth is the accumulation of assets combined. So that's what wealth is. It's the accumulation of your assets combined. So you can have assets in different forms. You can have IPs, which are intellectual properties, and you can also have physical properties. So an IP would be crypto, your crypto portfolio, your stock portfolio, your real estate. Real estate isn't. Real estate is physical. So your crypto, anything digital, you know what I'm saying? You might have a book that you put out, a podcast, this YouTube channel. Eventually it'll start to monetize. It'll become an IP. I have books that are IPs. I have a course that's an IP. Anything intellectual, anything that you can create from your mind and sell as a product is in an IP. And then you have physical, right? Real estate. Real estate's a physical property. So all these assets. So say for instance, you own a house or you own a duplex. You own some crypto. You own some stocks, dividend stocks. I think dividend stocks, blue chip dividend stocks are the best stocks to get into for anybody that's not looking to day trade. And you have something like AT&T where you buy a certain amount of stocks and they pay you a dividend monthly or sometimes quarterly, right? So look into those. Maybe I'll do an episode on those. I'll do an episode on dividend stocks, how you can be inactive stock, an inactive investor where you're not day trading like I do. I day trade every day, but you still can accumulate money through dividends. You know what I mean? So that leads into something else. So that's wealth. So income is the money you make over time, right? So it's a fixed income. So say for instance, you make $20 an hour, you do 40 hours a week, that's $800 a week, right? You can only make that much, right? So you have to work to make money. And most people are taught that their time equals their money, not their intellect, or not what they own, or not what they acquire, right? So that's very important because in order to grow wealth, you have to have assets. You can grow wealth by having a job, don't get me wrong, but a very high level job. But people that grow their wealth through a job, they also own some assets. You know, I don't care if you make $3 million a year. You're a professional athlete, you make $3 million a year, or you're VP of some huge financial company, right? You gotta have assets. You know what I mean? Relying on one source of income is like playing Russian roulette with a full clip. So let me give you a couple of things that you can invest in, even if you make minimum wage. Number one, cryptocurrency. The beauty of cryptocurrency versus the stock market is cryptocurrency is a 24/7 market. So you can buy crypto at any time of day. And it's not decentralized, it's not centralized. There's no bank, there's no central bank. The stock market, it's a brokerage. So it's basically a bank. So you gotta wait when you transfer your money into the account, ACH transfer from your bank account into, say for instance, a Webull or Robinhood or TD Ameritrade or Thinkorswim. It takes 4 to 5 business days, right? Whereas with crypto, all you need is a debit card and you can start buying crypto from there, all right? The second one is this, stocks. Stocks is another good one. You got stocks that have dividends, that pay dividends. You have stocks that you can buy that are penny stocks, OTCs, which are over-the-counter stocks. IMTL is an over-the-counter stock. A dividend stock, like I said, will be AT&T. I think Carl's Jr. is a dividend stock as well, and these are stocks that pay you a dividend percentage based upon how much you own, how many stocks you own. So say for instance, you own 100 shares of AT&T. They'll pay you a dividend on the percentage of stocks that you own monthly or quarterly. So look into that. Another one is option trading. Well, option trading, like I said, you can buy a call or a put. A call is basically where you are basically predicting that the stock price will go up. A put is when you suggest that it'll go down. You predict it'll go down. And you buy a contract, which is a call contract, which is at basically 100 shares at a particular price, right? So if it's 25 cents a share, you're getting 100 shares for $25, right? If that call goes over the call price that you have, the strike price, then you get paid on a percentage on top of that. So that's another good one on top of crypto. So you got crypto, you got option trading, you got the stock market. Another good one would be Shopify. Open up a Shopify store. I would suggest if you open up a Shopify store, there's 2 ways you can go about it. It's either you need to have a crazy following, either here on YouTube or some kind of social media presence. And what I don't mean like, 100,000 people. I mean, you need to have like 10,000 people following you on your social medias, 10, 15, 20,000 people that you can leverage, or you need to have at least $3,000 to $4,000 for advertising dollars. Shopify can make you money in your sleep. It's not difficult to do. You have drop shipping, you have print on demand. There's a lot of different. I've had stores that were drop shipping stores. I've had print on demand stores. It's a good place to sell. Another one is you could sell on Gumroad or Payhip. Now, Gumroad or Payhip are 2 different places where you can sell IPs. So you might have a course like mine, the Varsity Class, which is basically where I show you how to wholesale properties virtually. So I live in LA, but I'm working on a deal right now in Prairie View in Texas at Prairie View A&M on a duplex deal. I've never even walked in these properties, but I teach you how to wholesale properties where you're working with either a realtor or you're working with a seller, and you get a house under project. You get a house under assignment, and you get paid a referral fee for that. So I show you how to do that with the Varsity Class. Check down below in the link, click on that, and enroll. Also, like I said, I have my course, my classes, my books on there as well. So I have 3 different books I put out. I put out my first book, The G Code, The Rules and Regulations of the Game. I put out my second book, which was Hella Life Lessons. That was another book I put out. And I put another book out called Flipping Phones, Running Up the Check. And that leads into the next one, where I basically show you how to resell phones. Basically, you buy phones, you resell them, and you flip them to a distributor. And that's also another way you can make six figures. But yeah, I sell all this on Gumroad. All my books, all my courses are on Gumroad. But like I said, phone flipping, that's another good one. Vending, the vending machine business. Basically, you cold call businesses or schools or warehouses. You ask them if they're looking to get a vending machine. You go in there. I would suggest you set up a PDF, something real nice. And maybe I'll do a video on that for Pacific Vending. I own a vending company. And you run an appointment, you get them under contract, and then you go find a vending machine. You put the vending machine, you can probably get for anywhere from $1,800 to $2,000, depending on what kind of vending machine you want to get. And you put the vending machine in the business. And if you get it in school, man, you can cash flow anywhere from $400 to $600 a day. $400 to $600 a month profit. So it's a numbers game. See, when you get into IPs and you get into assets, it's about not just one or two assets. You want to have 10s, 20s, 40s, 50s, hundreds of different assets. So if you get into vending, it's a numbers game. You want to have 20 different vending machines, 10 different ones. Imagine if you had 10 vending machines cash flowing you $400 a month. That's $4,000 profit every single month. You know what I mean? That could pay your rent, that could pay your bills, So, yeah, man, that was some of the ones you can get into, different ones you can get into that can make you six figures annually. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like and share. Make sure you comment below. Let me know some industries that you might be into, that you might be interested in. One thing about Kevin Hates Hip Hop, we're always going to talk about ways to make money here, ways you can get better. All right? Peace and love, y'all.